Hello, literature lovers. Welcome to LITTWIT CLUB. Hope you all are doing great. And today we will continue our mock test series on SLST 2025. So the very first question is, by comparing Lucy to a half-hidden violet flower, the poet upholds her innocence and beauty, loneliness and pride, purity and solitariness, or sadness or naturalness. It shows her purity and solitariness. In 3 years, she grew up in sun and sour. The central role of nature is in the life of Lucy is to educate, to be a regulatory authority, educator of sense and mind and guide, influence to Lucy, to be a benevolence teacher. So how nature play her role, play her part in Lucy's life. So it is by to be a regulatory authority, educator of sense and mind and a guide. How many times was Lucy's name mentioned in the poem A Slumber Did My Spirit Seal? Whether it is 3 times, 2 times, 1 time or never. So it's her name was not mentioned, not once. The speaker is going to be his lover's cottage in the evening, at the night, in the morning, or at midnight. So he is going in the evening. What intensified the poet's feeling of his country in I traveled among unknown men, whether it is love for England, moving away from England, traveling through England, or none of above. So when his love was intensified for his country, when he is moving away from England, instead of losing his connection to nature, the speaker would rather be a pagan. The pagan is someone who worship nature, lives in forest, can see the sea gods, or leads a materialistic life. So pagan is someone who worship nature, driving sweet words like fox to feed in air, between whom is the comparison made. The spring wind is compared to a shepherd and the birds to sheep. The west wind is compared to a hunter and birds to goats. West wind is compared to a lover and birds to a girl. Or west wind is compared to a tiger and birds to a shepherd. So it is uh, winds are compared to shepherd and birds are to sheep. So the next question is, what does those heavy winged thieves refers to? Whether it refers to bees, vernal breezes, the skylark, or the nightingale. So they refer to bees. In Ode to Nightingale, the poet suggests that his fancy is unable to do what? Create the world of fantasy, recall the past experience, conjure the illusion, deceive him effectively. So he cannot deceive him effectively. The first part of the first stanza of Ode to Autumn, the poet shows the negative aspect of autumn, the positive aspect of autumn, the bright aspect of autumn, or none of above. So he shows the positive aspects of autumn. Much I have seen and know. This is an example of metaphor, simile, inversion, or metonymy. So it is inversion. Earth being so good, would heaven seem best? Express a deep spiritual belief in heaven, an appreciation of the beauty of earthly life, a desire for a perfect life in heaven, a fear of losing the comfort of life on earth. So it is an appreciation of the beauty of earthly life. Picture of winter that is from the poem The Darkling Thrust is an trees are lifeless, frost covers the landscape, wind is howling, or all of them. So all are there mentioned. In the wild songs at Kool-Aid, at what time of the year does the poet look at the wild songs? In the season of beautiful spring, in the season of autumn, in season of winter, or in season of summer? So in season of autumn, the traveler is seen knocking at the door several times. His knocking grows harder. Why does he do so? To rouse the inhabitants of the deserted house, to make the bird fly over him, to break the silence prevailed there, or to frighten the inhabitants of the deserted house. So, to break the silence prevailed there. The four adjectives used to describe the forest are dull, gloomy, and shine, or simply dully, gloomy, sober, smooth, glittering, and shining, or sober, dull, silent, and motionless. So it is sober, dull, silence, and motionless. A king of rest of us. Here, king refers to Caesar, Charles Lamb, John Lamb, or cruel uncle. So it is referred to John Lamb. The number of hours Mrs. Thorlow did the washing is 3 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours, or 7 hours. So it is not clearly mentioned in the text, but when you read it carefully, you will find that uh, she worked 3 hours. Marlowe is informed that the inn is actually Mr. Hardcastle's home for the first time by, and whether he is Hansting or Mr. Hardcastle himself, Tony, or Kate in disguise of a poor relation of Hardcastle's. Yeah. So it is Kate in disguise of a poor relation of the Hardcastles. The line, foreheads of man have bleed where no wounds were, contains an allusion to the bleeding of Christ's forehead when he was made to wear a crown of thorns, the bleeding of German soldier, the bleeding of English soldier, or the bleeding of poet himself. So it is allusion is the bleeding of Christ's forehead when he was made to wear a crown of thorns. Arsat wanted to escape from the lagoon, the ruler's fury and outrage, Enchimida's fury, and ruler's sword, the white man and his brother. So he wanted to escape from Enchimida's fury and ruler's sword. What does Hill suggest about the use of personal problem in writing? This should be main focus. This should be included if universally relatable. This should be avoided as they may not interest readers. They add depth to the writing. So he said to avoid personal problems in the writing. What literary trend dominated the English stage before Goldsmith revived the comedy of manners, whether it is romantic drama, tragic epic, sentimental comedy, or classical tragedy? So it is sentimental comedy. What is the symbolic importance of the chocolate cream in the arms and the man? A token of aristocracy, a metaphor for love, a parody of military supplies, or a reminder of childhood. So it is a parody of military supplies. Which of these is not a theme in justice? Justice and punishment, institutional cruelty, social reform, or romantic idealism. So all these three are there. Romantic idealism is not there. The Lagoon was first published in which magazine? Whether it is Cornhill magazine, Blackwood magazine, the New Review, or English Review. So it was first published in Cornhill magazine. In The Gift of Margie by O. Henry, what type of comb does Jim buy? Whether it is gold plated, tortoise shell with jeweled rims, ivory, or plain wooden. So it is tortoise shell with jeweled rims. The entire poem is Strange Meeting framed as a vision, flashback, dialogue, or dream. So they are framed as a dream. In which publication did Lamb's Essays of Ilya first appear? The Edinburgh Review, The Spectator, the London Magazine, or Blackwood Magazine? So it is the London Magazine. Which base summarized the poet's final wish in the Ode to the West Wind? To disappear into nature, to conquer death, to inspire change and renewal through his words, to reunite with lost love. So it is to inspire change and renewal through his words. So thanks for watching. As you know, our mock quiz is going on Telegram every day on 10 p.m. You can join via link given in the description box. Please like, share and subscribe our channel and videos. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in next video.